Yo, what up? This your boy Mellow Man Ace and Padrino.
This your boy Chingo Bling.
My name is Questlove.
What's up? This is Method Man.
I'm 50 Cent.
Yo, what's up? This is Isaac.
And you're checking out the Chino brothers right here. Keep it locked. Peace.
Dude, you know what I thought? I was thinking about this when we were watching that. Like, what we should do is like 10 minutes before the show starts, just run midday getaways up to the show. So, like, while people are waiting, yeah, you know what I mean? We should figure out how to do that on StreamYard. While people are waiting, show all our midday getaways or like our shorts or our TikToks and just play them all the way up until it's that where all the celebrities
have a little countdown in the corner too, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
5.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's really good.
I should probably try to look into that. Yeah.
Our church does that. That's where I stole that from. Thinking they have a countdown while people are kind of logging in and tuning in and watching. Because, you know, when you get the notification, sometimes it's 30 seconds, a minute after the show started. You're like, oh, the Chino brothers are live. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? So let me hop on. So it takes a minute for people to actually even know that we're live and to come on. So.
Well, and then on top of it, if you're waiting before we come on, that's pretty whack because you just see that. Oh, there it is right there.
A minute and a half after.
Yeah. So, but if for those of you wondering what that is, that's my phone. The first 3 times it did it, I thought I was getting a text, and I'm like, "Who's texting me while I'm on the Chino Brothers?" And then finally, I realized it was my YouTube message
notification saying, "Watch the Chino Brothers."
Yeah, live. But anyways, So you know how to do that. Do you guys use StreamYard over there with the pre?
You know what? I think they just go straight YouTube only.
Oh, like
I think they just go
YouTube.
straight. Yeah, just straight YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll look it up this week and try to figure out how you can do that. But anyways, getting back to what saying, we got DJ Ace on tonight.
Yeah.
One thing I'm so excited about is interviewing a DJ, bro. Doesn't it feel like drinking cold water?
Yes, it definitely does. I mean, we've had musicians, we've had artists, we've had rappers in between, and some pretty decent sized names too. But it's nice to get back to our roots, back to where we came from, because you guys watching know we started as a DJ crew out in Arizona back in the 90s. I've been DJing since the 80s, and it's like going home. You know what I mean? Just people that even though we don't know each other that well, but we come from the same fabric. And it's nice to talk to somebody like that for sure.
Well, we all have the story, and then I don't know how to explain it. We all have the story, but it's give me one sec. Sorry. We all have the story, but it's a different story from each one of us. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the coolest part about interviewing DJs. But then Bakersfield, man, you guys just have so many good DJs there.
It's a family. It's a network, man.
It's definitely a network.
It's crazy. Oh yeah. So we should bring them on. You ready?
Yeah, let's bring them on, dude.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. DJ Ace.
DJ Ace, what's up, man? All right, we haven't got our applause button yet. Although I eventually we're gonna have an applause button, I guess.
We're gonna have a live studio audience pretty soon. We're
That's
going
enough
live studio
applause
audience.
for you guys just to have me on right now. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
Oh man, we appreciate it, Ace.
Thank you, Ace. Yeah.
So Ace, are you from Bakersfield originally, or where were we born?
Actually, I was born in Los Angeles, West Covina.
You're lying to me.
No way.
Man.
Are you lying to me?
I was born in LA, man, but
you're from West Covina?
Well, I was born in West Covina.
I'm from West Covina.
You're from West Covina, bro?
Yeah,
I didn't know that,
bro.
Yeah, born and raised. Yeah, born and raised.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy. That's got chills.
Yeah, I did too.
So
so cool.
I lived there when I was younger, and as growing up, I moved to San Diego. So I lived in San Diego for quite a while before I moved to Bakersfield.
Wow, that's nuts. San Diego, that's beautiful.
And 70 degrees, bro, when we're up here at 120.
I know.
So
how's this work? Is one of your parents like military or like just traveling?
Yeah.
Okay.
My stepdad was actually Navy, so I know about the commissary. I know about San Diego.
Yeah.
Lived in different spots, man, in San Diego. Went to Chula Vista High and La Jolla Junior High School and Logan Elementary out there. So, wow, I know San Diego very well. Yeah. I'm a Charger fan, by the way.
Okay.
I hope you guys hear that.
Hey, I'm
LA
mad at
Chargers
you.
fan.
Represent, man.
I gotta do it, man.
Hey, you got a
Labels
few.
for
There's a
them.
few in Bakersfield. There's a few Chargers. I
Yeah,
think Redeem's a
I'm
Chargers
one
fan
of
too.
four. I'm one of four.
DJ Redeemed, Chargers fan.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yes,
I
he
don't know
is.
the other
Yes,
two.
Yeah, we're two of four. I'm just
Probably-
saying.
Got a lot of Cowboys fans there too. man.
Oh, there's too
I
many
know.
Cowboys fans out here.
I know.
Too many.
But, all right, so now when do we start DJing? What grade are we in when we start kind of messing around?
I think it was 10th and 11th grade in high school. And like I said, I went to Chula Vista High School. Shout out Mario Lopez, because I went to school with Mario Lopez. No one knows that.
Slater from
yes.
San Francisco?
Yes, dude. He went to Chula Vista High School at the time, and he was like in acting, like an acting class, and his mom would bring him back and forth to school. People would laugh at him, but little did they know he had been working on that show. And by that time it got big, he was basically kind of like, I think he did home studies while he was doing the show, but I knew him pretty good. He was a cool dude. And with that said, I used to DJ at the high school and that I was going to. So
like in the quad?
You know what? It'd be like lunchtime or like our dances, because I used to break dance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I used to break dance. I am 5 boroughs of hip hop. So let me tell you, break dancing, graffiti, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Rapping, right? DJing.
We know the elements.
I'm an element, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we know the elements. You can explain for the audience. We have no problems with that, but we understand the elements. I'm not all 5 elements,
man. At least somebody I can talk to and they understand my pain and my emotions.
See, that's how come that I'm telling you. That's why I was saying, but before we were on the air in the green room, like how much I love talking to DJs because here's why: the music's in our soul, it's in our bones. You know what I mean? It lives in us, and it lives in each one of us, and we express it in different manners through the same instrument. So that's why I just love talking to DJs. So you're in you say high school now at this point, 11th grade, you're saying?
Yeah, about 11th grade. And then a friend of mine, his dad owned a club in Tijuana on Revolution Avenue.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Yep.
It was a little weird. It was that, but I was able to go to Tijuana and DJ there, come back over the border and still DJ for just little parties. It wasn't that serious. It was kind of cool. And I loved, making people dance and the control you have over a crowd. And
100%.
It's just, what I mean. And for DJs out there, I want to give a salute to any DJ that can make people dance, make them feel good, want to hire him again, and so forth. So, when I started that, I realized maybe I could do this one day. Then a couple years later, I moved to Bakersfield, and I knew nobody.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, DJs. We got to say what's up to Danny P real quick. So let's
Danny
not go
P.
too fast here because you're getting us all the way to Bakersfield. We got a lot of.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, I thought I only had 11 minutes. So
no.
We got time. We got
all
time.
night. We got all night.
Rick the Rebel too. What's up?
Yeah. What up, Rick?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ensenada or Rosarito?
Oh, that's a good question.
Ensenada or Rosarito? No, I didn't.
I played at Rosarito at Papa's and Beer. I did a set over there.
I'm always jealous when you said that. I know, huh?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was crazy, but I was a hip hop head, bro. And I remember the DJ, the house DJ was looking at me sweating like, oh man, he's playing these Cypress Hill album cuts, or you know what I'm saying? And then right when I got off, he threw on the AC/DC song that all the Spring Breakers love.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, it's not. I know the song, but
you shook me all night long.
You shook me all night long, and they're like, woo. So he's like, I was like, hey, I'll come back later. He's all, nah, I'm cool, bro. You just here's free beer. You can drink free all night. Just don't.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time playing music I don't like playing when I'm DJing.
I was keeping it real, and it just.
Let's get back to Ace here.
Sorry, man, go ahead.
So Ace, what was your first setup? What were you working with back in 11th grade?
Oh man, back then I was using somebody's turntables, the 1200s they had. That was their setup.
Oh, but they had 12s. Okay, I got you. That ain't bad.
They had turntables. I won't say they were 12s because it goes back to let me tell you a little story about real quick. My mom had one of those turntables. It was just one turntable, a tape deck, and I would take paper, poke a hole in it, stick it in there.
Yeah. That was your scratch pad.
That's where it started, bro. Just want to say that.
That was the rack setup. You're talking about the rack setup kind of thing?
Rack, bro. I think you get that at Rent-A-Center or something. You know what I mean?
Did you do the knob, Ace? When you
I did the knob.
Yeah.
Oh, first of all, bro, I know how to use the pause button right on beat.
Ooh, nice. That takes skills, man.
You're making them mixtapes, bro. You're making them mixtapes on the single. Yeah. You know exactly what's up. But the homies respected it, dude. When you had the mixtapes, you take them to school, like, yo, dog, I got the new Rod Neo. Everybody's like, oh, word.
And you know, when you think about it, man, even these days, sometimes it doesn't matter. I could have one turntable and a tape deck and still rock a party if nobody's paying attention to what I'm using. So it really becomes the person who's DJing. Like I said, I'm not the best scratcher. I'm not the best blender. I'm not the best anything. I just know the talent that I have is I can make people dance, feel good at a certain time, and drop a slapper, which is like a top song that somebody may feel some type of way, man. So hey, shout out to all the DJs who can do all that.
100%.
Feel good.
100%.
Yeah.
When you control the crowd too. Yeah, dude. Bro, when we used to DJ, Ace, when me and Ad used to DJ, when we were the Chino brothers the first time, obviously back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Bro, I would love controlling the crowd so much. So I always had the tricks, dude. So here was the trick. I'll tell you a trick. Here's one under the table, since nobody's listening. You could take this with you. If that floor is dead, it's dead, bro. There ain't nobody coming on that floor, right? And you keep trying everything, right? And you're not getting anywhere with it. Here was my trick. I'll go find the biggest girl with a squad, dude. Like I find a big girl, but she has to have a squad with her. And I'll walk over and I say, hey, you guys haven't celebrated something tonight? You partying? What? Oh, it's my homegirl, blah, blah, whatever the reason, right? So they tell me, right? Then I get 3 of their names. The next thing I do, I'll give them a shout out. As soon as I can get a break on that mic. Y'all want to give a shout out real quick to my homegirl Gina, her sister Mary, and her cousin Tom. 100%, dude. That was the tip off though, bro. You got to tip it off that way. So I'm sure if you didn't know that trick, I can't imagine you didn't know that trick. But if that's one for the books, you can put it in your pocket. The problem is, bro, is they try to give you 22 names. It's like, and this is my other. It's like, no. Look, you brought a lot of people here because I want to hear noise coming out of your mouth, but I'm not gonna remember all your names.
Hey, quick shout out to Manuel G too. He did say Ace not a DJ, he's a cook. We're getting to that. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. We're gonna get to that.
Manuel G, much love to Manuel G. That's my brother in my family. That dude is a grinder and a great family, man. I got to put that out there just real quick.
Definitely.
Word up, man. We had that cat on the show. 100% respect for Manuel G and grinder. Yes, 100%. Once again, I want to get to this when we get to the complaining section of the podcast. But right now, we're still in the Let's Learn About DJ Ace section of the podcast. But don't forget to remind me to complain about young people and how they don't have a work ethic these days. But let's get back to.
I can't wait to get to that.
Let's get back to these 12 hundos. So now, like, does one of your homeboys DJ? Like, how did you get like in the mindset of I want to rock a party? I did. I had a partner in San Diego who stayed on the other side of town. And he was really, really good. I used to just kind of follow him. I would see other DJs, but this particular young cat was just real good at it. And I started following him. He showed me, he was like, you can get on my turntables, come to my house, man. And, when no one was around, practice. I watched him more practice because, when you see somebody that's so good, you just want to stand back and go, whoa, should I even be doing this? Yeah. But I said, from there, I knew what I wanted to do, man. I look, my mom was a backup. You caught the bug, huh? When you're watching his hands, dude, you caught the bug. Man. Yeah.
I caught the bug. But check this out. I used to play drums when I was little too. I was a drummer. Yep. My mom was a backup singer in Lakeside, and I used to watch the
Whoa.
drummer. He was kind of like my uncle. So playing
Oh.
drums before I even started doing music with DJing. So beats were always here. It just came a different way when I got my drum set stolen. So that's another thing that drove me, you know.
Ouch.
But I could rock the drums a little bit too. You know what I mean?
That's something you just kind of you never forget. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Well, you
Drums,
gotta
DJ.
have some sort of rhythm, right? If you're gonna be a DJ, you gotta have rhythm. So, but
I
anyway,
think
so your homeboys got the 12s.
Yeah.
You go see them, and then eventually you start practicing. Like, how many
Yep.
crates would you guys take with you to high school?
Oh man, there was, you know what was crazy is people wanted to carry. I didn't know how many crates. People wanted to carry in crates just to be with the crowd, you know. People
Word.
I remember that.
You already know, dude. All you have to do is say, like, there's a party, we just need you to carry crates instead of paying to get in. And so a lot of the times I didn't count them, but there was always a lot of crates. One thing good about San Diego is I had some cats who own record stores, and they would get like cool vinyl in, everything new, kind of like World Records here in Bakersfield, where you could order something and they'd send it the next day, or it was kind of cool. So with that said, man, I just took off from there.
You were stacked up on that vinyl, dude. That's dope.
Well, that's clutch, man, because vinyl got expensive.
Yeah.
What about this though? I'm thinking like in the LA Orange County area, we had these radio stations like K-Day, Power 106, and then San Diego, you guys had was it? Oh my gosh, no. Z90?
Z90, yeah, Z90. Right?
It was Z90. It was Z90.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
And they had the mix shows and the mixers coming up and that stuff too. And where you could actually hear new hip hop, because for a while, right, we didn't have on the West Coast, we didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So you had these outlets for it. And then going to the record stores. What was the name of the record stores?
I think it was like little see, it was in the hood, so it was D-Lo's. It was like D-Lo's.
Yeah. All the good ones had to be in the hood, bro. Like,
it's like authentic food. Sometimes a little hole in the wall has the most bombest food. You know. But you know, there's a lot of really dope DJs in San Diego. San Diego's like a small LA. There's DJs. There's battles. People battle out there. I already know, because, you know, the last time I went, I was just kind of watching other DJs and listening to them. And, you know, when I came to Bakersfield, it was sort of like that too, but I didn't know anybody. So coming from there, I was already ready to entertain people and not care what anybody thought. So with that said, man, hey.
Hold on real quick. So tell me if you guys agree with me on this. There is nothing more entertaining than a DJ battle if the audience is filled with DJs. But if the audience isn't filled with DJs, it is the most boring thing for those other people that are watching, because we're just like, oh man, did you see that? You know,
So check this out. Rest in peace, Alex G.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Sparkle.
Yep.
I gotta tell you, just real quick, long time ago at Guitar Center, when I first moved here, when I first started DJing, Alex G.
DJs, we heard about the Guitar Center battles on previous podcasts. It was going.
People have talked. Yeah, that's right.
Who told us about the
I entered one. And I couldn't mix worth nothing. Okay. I remember Insane Mexican had won them all. He was just the most incredible dude with his dubs and everything. When I
was Nocturnal told us about it, Adelaide.
Maybe it was. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So anyway, long story short, I entered, didn't know what I was doing. And the judges were like, I think it was Alex G and a couple other guys. So the only thing that got me through that battle was not mixing, not scratching, not nothing. It was the fact that I bring vinyl from San Diego that nobody had.
Oh, nice.
It was the Machiavelli album, the Master P. I had all the slappers. So I started playing these songs, not even mixing them, just putting them in. And people were like, oh. I came in like third place, dude.
Nice.
Okay.
That's when I knew. And shout out to Alex G, because he was very blunt. He told me, he said, dude, you suck DJing.
That sounds like Alex.
But you still know how to handle a crowd. You're dope, bro. That's why you came into play. So, hey, when someone who's very outspoken tells you that your stuff is cool, you gotta take that in, and I did.
But how old are you at that point now, DJs? When he tells you this?
It was probably about I don't know 30, 31.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Wow, man, on the grind.
This was a long time ago, because Guitar Center, remember, it closed, and
Yeah.
there was no mixing going on in there after that. I think they
Yeah.
even took all the DJ stuff that you could go down there and play with for free. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
fun.
gosh.
That
Yeah.
was
Well, they had a
fun.
drum
That was
room
awesome.
too.
Guitar
Remember
Center
the drum
playing with
room?
that stuff for free.
Of course.
Oh
Of course.
yeah, dude.
Especially because they had those CD turntables first. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're like,
Yeah.
bro, I've never seen nothing like this. You could cut so easy on those too. You
Yeah.
sounded like you sounded like a cut master the first time you touched those, because you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is like continuous track. This never slows down. Those were awesome.
And the sales guys are just like, oh, here comes another DJ.
Yeah,
With no money.
it's not gonna be
Can't
mine.
qualify for credit.
Nope, at
Ain't got
all.
nobody to co-sign. Look, if he does, he's like trying to find the demo model so he can get a discount.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
definitely getting that floor model, son.
floor model.
If you got that floor model for me, I'll take it. If you got an open
I'll
box
take
that like
one, that exact one. I don't care who mixed on it.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a scratch on it. I saw you put it there, bro. I saw
So
you
what?
scratching it.
Still
What's
scratch.
interesting is I had CDJs before I ever got Serato, and I would carry like thousands of CDs that only I knew what was on them. You know, I'd mark a
You
CD,
burn it. Yeah.
and then if it scratched, I'd just burn it from the original, and I'd have all these CDs laid out, and I would get teased by other DJs. And if there's any DJs out there hearing it, they know what I'm talking about, because I was known as the ghetto DJ with 10,000 CDs and didn't have no money for Serato. So now what? What?
I was that guy too, though, dude. I held up because, dude, I hated change, man. I went from vinyl.
Oh,
It took me
man.
forever to go to CDs,
I feel you,
and then had
bro.
my books of CDs. And then Serato comes out, and I was like, I can't. I finally did, but yeah, I remember people. I was with you, man. 'Cause people were clowning, but I knew where all my music was. I knew all. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
The
it's like,
problem and magic with vinyl is this. Vinyl's so heavy to carry, right? And you got to buy it and all this
Yes.
crap. Okay, but hold on. You're putting on a show when you have vinyl, because you're like, all right, what's next? What's next? What's next? There ain't no playlist when you're doing vinyl. You know what I mean? It's that tingle you get where it's just like, oh man, what about this one? Word, oh, I forgot about that one. You know, oh, here we go. You know,
I know. That's what. Yeah. That's exactly.
Did you have the Wicked mixes and the Ulti mixes and all that stuff too?
Yeah. Come on,
You had
man.
all
Because
those too?
I
Yeah.
told you I couldn't mix that good, so I'll just use somebody else's mixing and put my own.
oh
flavor in
man,
it.
he's real dirty.
Hey, we got to shout out Oscar too. Oscar said, "What's up, DJ Ace?
Man,
You know,
how
Proud
doing,
Entertainment,
Oscar, man?
Oscar.
Proud
Did you
Entertainment.
ever work for him or work with him?
You know what? Let me see who that is on there. I'm
Oscar?
Just, hey, I don't,
Oscar, you won't be able to see his picture.
Oh, he doesn't.
Just imagine Osama bin Laden if he if he got off
Without the
keto.
turban.
If he got
he's
off
got to
keto.
be a great friend of mine just to be saying something right now, man.
He's the
Yeah.
homie. He's the homie. We've had him on,
Oscar
too.
School is fun, dude.
What up, Oscar, man? Much
super
love to you
fun.
and your family, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oscar's super fun. You got to get him on
Yeah.
here with Mickey. Him and Mickey, dude. Oh my gosh, we got to do that
all
again.
right, dude.
We had him and Mickey on here one time, Ace, and they just went to town on each other for like 45 minutes. It's so much fun. All right, come on, let's get back to the story. So, all right, so your homeboy has these turntables. Now, what brings you to Bakersfield? Like, what takes you from San Diego to Bakersfield?
What takes me from San Diego to Bakersfield is all that time that we've been talking, I was a cook at a couple restaurants, and I would cook for a family member of mine who owned restaurants. Name is Kevin Hightower, and he opened up a couple restaurants in Bakersfield, and he called me and said, "Why don't you come move to Bakersfield and help me open up these restaurants?" And that's where the cooking began for me. He went to the Cordon Bleu and learned so much, and then I just basically worked as a right-hand man for him for years, and that's why I know how to cook so well, fine dining and all different other kind of foods. So I came to Bakersfield not to DJ, but to learn how basically to be in the cooking field, learn how to cook, pay my rent, and live off that. So I couldn't stay away from the music, man. At
No,
the
it's the siren song of the sea. It calls you like a lady. Hold on.
Michael says, "Don't let him start talking about cleaning.
oh
That's
man,
your other side hustle."
that, hey,
that's
that is yeah, that's it
that's
is.
another one. We're gonna talk about
I
that
mean,
too. But to the cooking thing, the chef
yeah.
thing.
Well,
What kind of food was it, and what restaurants?
that's exactly what I was about to ask.
We
Nice.
got the Petroleum Club
Ooh.
used to be downtown at a church, and it was right across, I think, from Rabo Bank, which is I don't know if it's called that.
Oh,
Um,
Mechanics Bank now, but yeah,
yeah,
Rabobank,
so
yeah, arena.
basically, Kevin was running that particular running all the food, the chef for that, and he was catering outside, and from there he opened up Kevin's at the Loft, which is on 18th Street, right across the street from Jerry's Pizza on that corner.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so from there, I was running back and forth to those two restaurants. He had opened up both. We were catering all over. It was great. And so, long story short, I ventured off to Seven Oaks Country Club when they
Okay, the
first
fancy
opened.
stuff, yeah.
Stockdale Country Club. I would work at all these places, and while I was working under some serious chefs, some chefs who were like military, and they wanted you to rim the plate. I mean, it got to the
Yeah.
point where, yeah, but they taught me, and what I learned from all that is to know how to either run a restaurant, open a restaurant, or just cook a bunch of food for my family, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
that's true. That's true. All right,
Mike's
now,
Mike's gourmet too, so
no,
Hey,
I
but,
didn't. I can't hold a candle to a real chef. Now I learned how to cook during pandemic. So
That's right.
like you studied under chefs. I watched Google Foods on YouTube and just copied them. So like it's delicious. Don't get it wrong. But
That's beautiful.
now that being said, so was there a time that you were watching like Anthony Bourdain and like those cats that were doing those real cool chef shows? Did you ever watch those type of things and think like, oh, that'd be the life to be a traveling chef or something like that? Or
No, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't, because this is what I was doing to work, to get money, to pay my child support. It was a job to me.
It's the grind. I got
no
you.
more of it. I just wanted to do it so I could go home. I didn't want to, unless someone came to me and said, I'm gonna pay you thousands of dollars to tour. Would I like that? Yeah, but cooking and working in a restaurant is not for everybody. A lot of people want to open up businesses, and they want to open up stuff for they say they got a recipe, or they got 3 or 4 recipes, and they want to open up this business and think that it's going to be successful because they put money into it. But little do they know there's so much to go into it. So I support restaurants, especially small businesses who are staying open, who are able to get through all them ups and downs. And my guy Manuel, he's one of them. I know him from back in the day because he knew my family member Kevin. So when Manuel came on and said that dude know how to cook, it makes me feel good when someone like that says
That's
it,
cool.
because I know that he's running a critical business. And that's all, man. That's we don't want to get into cooking. We could talk about garlic and butter all day, baby.
No, so when Manuel G was on here, we talked a lot about pandemic, because I own 2 shops. So when pandemic happened out here in Pittsburgh, they shut us down for a month. It was like, hey man, you can't go to work, nothing. And we have very loyal customers who just happened to show up at the shop when the place was closed, and somehow we got money from them. I don't know how it even worked, to be totally honest with you. But we didn't shut down, was my point.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Manuel had kind of the same, hey man, I'm not sure what the rules are type of answer for me when we were talking about his spot. And I just feel like at this stage of our lives, it's almost like, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I feel like the government hates small business and is like trying to keep messing with it. But I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that cat, but like,
I feel like you do too, man. I run a small business, and sometimes I feel like, you could work so hard and do everything right, and then something else happens to where it's just trying to push you back down. Hey, and let me tell you something. This is the reason why I go to church. This is the reason why I believe in God, because I know that he's got me, and I know if I'm doing the right thing and keeping my mind on what I'm supposed to do and I can help others during that, it'll all come together. And this is the reason why right now I'm on the show and I'm showing you how successful things can be when things could be so bad too.
Yeah.
So amen to that one, baby. What's up with it?
Amen, man. I'll say,
Hey.
Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, Nick. What up? DJ N. Nick checking in. What's up, Nick? Happy birthday, Ace. Hey, you got the same birthday as my dad, too. Happy birthday, man.
Today's your birthday, Ace?
Yeah, man.
Happy
Well,
birthday,
man. Happy birthday.
You did text that to me, man. I meant to say something about that. Shoot, dude.
Nah, don't even trip, man. And you know what? And shout out to that dude, Nick Hill, who was on there. That dude is he's making it happen for the community. You know,
Yeah, we want to get him on too, Nick. I want to get you on here too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get him on there. He's making some serious moves for this community and giving.
Well, come on, man.
Work.
Give this guy's props. Let me hear about this.
I'll tell you one thing. We used to do shows and he did sound for like E40, Young Jock.
Yeah.
I mean, we did some big shows with them and stuff, dude. I remember him. So shout out to Nick too.
Well, what's he doing what's he doing in the community now? Ace seems to know something that we don't know. What's going on, Ace? Is he doing some sort of
chamber of commerce? What is he in? He's something.
Yeah, chamber of commerce.
Government type of thing.
Well, he's working with the mayor. He's working with different businesses. I don't know exactly what he does, but every time I turn around, it's something positive for the community. He's cutting ribbons to open up new businesses, putting people in places where they need to basically link up with other people. You know, there's people in the world who just cross paths and never ever stop and talk. But if you could get somebody to meet up with somebody who's doing something and you're trying to do something, when you get together, it makes it bigger. And that's what Nick Hill is doing. So for me,
shout out to Nick.
Shout out to him, and he helped me with my DJ career. So he's a DJ
he helped
too.
you with your DJ career.
He's retired. He said he's retired, dude.
Wait, he's a DJ and a politician. Oh, Marcus said, "What's up?" If you want to put his comment up real quick, and then I want to get back to Nick Hill. What up, Marcus? All right, let's get back to Nick Hill. So Nick Hill, I apologize because I always talk poorly about the government. So I don't mean to offend you, but I personally am not a fan of the government.
Hey, look, bro. Hey. You said all that. You said all that.
I said that. Now, I'm not trying to get anybody else in any kind of trouble, Mr. Hill. However,
President and CEO. Nice.
And CEO.
CEO.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So but unfortunately, Mr. Hill, I'm not a fan of the government, period. That's just how it goes, man. I'm sorry. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I was raised on Chuck D. It is what it is. It's never going away. I don't believe it. Exactly. So I apologize if I say anything to offend you, but I don't do the government. All right, let's get back to this. So you came out to help a family member open a restaurant, and you're learning to chef, and now you're chefing under some really good chefs. You're going to country club, but you didn't catch that chef bug. You already had the DJ bug. So how soon before you're like, all right, I got to get my hands on some turntables. I gotta get to this club.
I'm ready to rock a party.
Yeah, I need to meet people.
It was real soon because, first of all, making that type of money with cooking wasn't really doing it because there's so many cooks. and so the DJing, it took me to where, man, I was getting, if you can get $150, man, I mean, if you're working as a cook, you're making $36.15 a night, and you need to work 6 days a week to get that check. So if I can get off early and go DJ and go make a couple $100, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's cheap for a DJ too. If they can get you for $150, like they'll be happy to pay you $150.
Hold on, you got people right now who are trying to give DJs $150. Let me take my glasses off, bro.
They need to dig deeper in that pocket, bro, or they better be looking for them new jacks.
They have no idea that the DJ is basically 60% of your party. Like,
I think it's more than 60%.
I think it's low. Yeah, I think it's low.
Yeah, it is low, but
someone hit me up too. They're like, "Hey, man, I need a DJ. It's a wedding. It's like 3 hours or whatever." Yeah. And I'm all, "What's the budget?" He's 150, and I'm all, "150 an hour. That's like 450." Yeah. I was like, I could probably round up somebody or whatever. That's so it's 150 an hour, right? He's all, "No, that's for the night." And I was like, "Dude, good luck." I was like, "Good luck, man."
You better start looking in the high school. You better go to the high school, man. You better look at the quad of the high school. Hopefully they're still doing that thing like we did when we were young. If they ain't doing that thing no more, you ain't going to find them.
Yeah, you can
Man.
find Chino Brothers circa 1994.
Or probably DJ Ace
Maybe.
circa 1994.
Yeah, but-
Hey, man, hey, all I wanted, man, give me $50, man. Hey, you know,
Yeah,
that's how I used to be.
back then.
back in the
yeah.
day, it was free beer and let me meet some girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
What
It
up,
was.
DJ Swift?
Swift, what's up?
But as soon as you start getting to that point where it's like, look, bro, I'm getting old enough to where this is starting to bother my back to bring these crates.
Hey,
and
bro.
like
Standing up for 4 hours
yeah,
straight.
Yeah, and I got to deal with
Oh
your
my
BS
God,
crowd, man.
yeah.
I'm so sick of your crowd. When you start getting to that age and it's no longer like, oh, I'm going to the club, but you're like, you still are happy to do what you're doing, but you do recognize it's a job. Now you need a little
Business.
money for it. You know what I mean? That's like, yeah, no, it's like,
It is a business, and it'll always be a business. And the moment that they have a DJ coalition where they can stand up for DJs and actually say, this is
Like a
what you
union?
should be giving them, you know. And I'm talking about real DJs. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about somebody who just bought equipment and all of a sudden they got a playlist and they're just out doing it. I give them props too, because you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you're going to pay a guy who knows his stuff so well and your stuff goes so well, you got to pay him accordingly. That's just, that's just my thoughts.
Hey,
What do you
here's
guys
another
think?
chef. Hey, we got to shout Big Al's Barbecue. I wish I could get on this show. Oh yeah, I'm gonna reach out.
Alex Mendoza, what up, Alex?
What's up, man? Yeah, he's Big Al's Barbecue. So that's
next time I come out
Al
to the
barbecue, man.
Next time I
Yes.
go to Bakersfield, you gotta take me some of these spots, Adley. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so here's I 100% agree with everything you guys are saying, and I think every DJ that's been on this show completely agrees. But then at the same time, I also think if you're gonna be in the game, you kind of know what your bottom and your top is. You know what I mean? Like you kind of know, hey, this can be a sweet gig, it'll be an easy gig. These people are cool, and I'll charge them the low end.
the
And then there's
price.
Yeah, and then there's those ones that you're like, dude, you're gonna have to change my freaking tax bracket this year in order for me to care if I show up at your gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Baby George, we got to shout out Baby George too.
What up?
What up, George? What up?
Yeah, dude, and dude, because there was a time when you first, I still remember first starting out. My first rig was, and even the guy, it was called Pro Sound. This is down in Orange County. It was kind of the Guitar Center. It's still open online. But yeah, he went in there. It's like, all right, man, you're gonna get some turntables, you're gonna get some speakers. I'm like, yeah, and all right, cool. But dude, you're gonna have to start out doing these gigs for $50, $100 just to get your ears wet. You know what I'm saying? And and I remember even Mike when we started doing the rock, some dude came up and was like, told the owner, I think it was even Clark at the time before it was Acid. This is a club we started doing Ace back in Tucson. And the guy was like, they're good, but they're still wet behind the ears. They still gotta, and we're just, and I think it was because we kept it real. We were kind of,
we were pretty gutter though, dude.
At that time.
Yeah, we were gutter though, Ace. Like if
Great
you
gutter, baby, I love it.
It was fun. It was fun. Like if you came to one of our shows, you would have loved it, Ace, because like it was gutter, but then like the athletes would show up. So like in Tucson,
University
college
of Arizona.
basketball, like that was like the Lakers to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they'd come to our gigs.
That's crazy cool, man. I love that.
Yeah, but so they come to our gigs, and our gigs would be grimy, like dude, this girl. I always use this as the example of how grimy our club was. One night, me and Adelaide had this place so like lit. I mean, like
right.
Place was about to fall apart. It was so chucked.
Damon Stoudemire. That was about the year. Yeah, that was mid 90s. Yep, Damon Stoudemire. Wow.
There was a girl on the stage giving dome to a guy on the stage in front of the nightclub. That's how lit we got this place. But that's how gutter that place was too. Like that. I mean, you know what I mean?
Just ratchet.
Yeah, real. It was. I mean. Dude, a guy got shot in the parking lot, and his face fell in the direction to where he landed in the University of Arizona property instead of the bar owner property. And that grimy bar owner was like, yeah. In my mind, I was like, did you kick him across the line just so you wouldn't have to deal with the police and the insurance and all that?
Hey, we got a shout out DJ Redeemed. He just texted me. He's all, I'm watching from Facebook jail.
Oh,
what's up, Redeem?
He's probably saying too much political stuff. Don't be saying that political stuff, Redeem.
Hey, he got the ankle bracelet on. Okay,
you can't be saying that political stuff, dude. Don't say nothing about the vaccine or none of that crap.
None of that. The thingy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Baby George, that was Aldo's back in the days. Now it's a McDonald's, but I remember we did Aldo's a few nights, but I played too much English music, man. People were like, hey, you have any Manda?
Yeah.
And I was
Hey,
like,
I
I
played
could
at
drop a
Aldo's,
couple.
bro.
I could
Yeah.
drop
Hey,
some.
Hey,
but
so what was
yeah.
the most gutter gig you ever had?
Gutter.
Yeah, the most like
Fourth Ave.
ghetto, like ooh.
I mean, I've had some pretty
7-Eleven.
crazy ones. I mean, I got one. Let me see. I could think of this one right here. I remember I was doing a certain party, and you know, they was getting crazy, and you know, and somebody started fighting, and I'm
Everybody's
playing
mobbing up.
music. The music's bumping, the party's bumping, and I remember I think somebody got something happened. Somebody shot somebody, or something happened, and when they cleared it out, they put basically the chalk. You know how they put chalk,
The chalk
where-
outline?
chalk outline where the thing was and where the body was, and after, and I'm thinking, man, it's time to go. Like, I'm ready to go.
Ace is like, I better get
I'm
paid.
out, bro. Like, for real.
I
And
gotta get
what was
paid,
crazy,
officer, before I leave.
they were like, nah, bro, turn the music back on, bro. Like keep it
No.
cracking, bro. Like, for real, dude. Keep playing.
No.
And at that time, I was like, it was so many people that I was like, dang, dude, I really gotta keep it cracked. And I remember seeing them dance on top of that chalk. And
Oh man.
that was gutter to me. That was like, oh my God, if that's ever me, please don't dance on my chalk. Like,
That's not gutter to you, bro. That's gutter,
I
dude.
was like, wow. But when you're DJing, and let me break this down for actual DJs who DJed in situations that people are very aggressive.
Oh yeah, I hate those situations.
You can be a DJ, and you could be that DJ that always has a polite crowd, and all you have to do is play Welcome to Miami and Baby Got Back and all these nice songs. But then when you get around a crowd who's very aggressive and they want to hear all the gutter.
Yeah.
He froze right when he was about to make his point.
Oh, I want to hear this story.
Oh, yeah,
It's a cliffhanger.
No, dude, but it's true though, right? Like it's like there are those DJs who weren't us that can play Baby Got Back or whatever and get everybody cracking, you know what I mean? But if you're playing to the gutter, it's like, nope, you better figure out this combination. You better figure it out fast. It's almost like you're at the Apollo. You know that Showtime at the Apollo show?
Oh yeah.
It's almost like that. Like Sandman Sims is coming out, bro. If you don't get this cracking in 10 minutes, this ain't gonna go good for you.
Start sweating and stuff. Do we had Joey Porter, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah,
he's from Bakersfield, and he'd come out to clubs, and he came out. I was playing somewhere. I'm gonna text him right now. Tell him to come back. I bet his battery died or something. But he would come through, be like, "Yo, delay, play, whatever," and I'd be like, like an Applebee's
Porter knew
type
your
place.
name?
Maybe maybe I don't know.
I'm not-
Except
I mean,
I'm
I'm
saying
not-
on the mic, maybe
I'm not saying that he shouldn't know your name. I'm just
he
like,
might have
that's
said,
pretty
"Yo,
cool.
DJ." I don't know, but
I mean, he might have known your name. You were on the
he might
radio.
have. But he came up and was like, "Oh boy, he's gonna beat me up or something, dude." He's like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" He's all, "Play so and so," and I knew it was grimy for the crowd and the audience, but it's Joey Porter, dude. And if you've seen an NFL football player up close,
Yeah, dude.
woo, he's just, I mean, just all muscle, big or whatever. So you're like, all right, and I played it next. You know what I'm saying?
NFL football players or professional football players in general are so much larger of humans than normal sized humans that you feel like I feel like I'm a relatively decent sized guy, and I signed a arena football player one time to Comcast. I was sitting next to the guy. His arm was the size of my thigh, dude.
It's
and
crazy.
Just the whole time I was just like, please don't kill me. Please don't. That's all I was thinking. Like, please don't kill me.
Oh, that's what I thought. Because I remember shaking his hand, and dude, his hand was like 3 times the size of my hand. Like he could like palm my forehead, like no problem, dude. Probably lift me up too, dude.
Was he still playing for the Steelers at that point?
I'm gonna say, or he was, because he's coaching now.
Not
Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, he's not coaching anymore.
he got
Years?
cut.
Maybe-
He just
maybe
got
he's
cut.
coaching, huh? Yeah. It Baby George says Ricky wants to be on the show. Rick the Rebel. Yeah, Rick the Rebel. We'll get him on it. We'll get you on here, man. We got to get Rick the Rebel on. He's a dude that's been in the club scene for years.
Dude, we gotta get DJ Ace back on. You
Yeah,
text him?
I texted him right now.
Oh, okay.
But you know when you got the iPhone and it's blue when you text,
Yeah.
it's coming up green. So maybe he was on his phone.
He's on no. If it
Because
comes
he's
up
on the
green,
Mac,
that means
right?
he's got an Android. Because when you text me, it goes
Oh.
green, Adley.
Okay. We'll have to, yeah, hopefully he comes back on, but let's see. We'll get him back on, dude, because we still got 15 more minutes, man, of this.
I know.
But yeah, Rick the Rebel. But dude, another thing that I was thinking about too, talking to DJ Ace, because you see him, I'll see him on his Facebook, he'll go live and he'll be like, yeah, what's up? I'm over at this party, everything's going off, the sound's cool, the lights are hitting, and then he'll turn around and it's a middle school party. And he's tearing it up, dude. All the kids are woo and dancing and stuff. And he's walking through. And Mike, did we ever do we dropped some Spanish here and there, right? Very little, maybe suavemente, and that was kind of the extent of it. Yeah, because
maybe Ricky Martin, that un, dos, tres,
okay.
like maybe that one. But I don't even know if we did that.
It was pretty, maybe Shakira, maybe. But even then, she was doing English
I don't
stuff by
see
then.
the two of us put, like, if we were at I'd see us playing that on the radio, but the two of us at a club, I would see us playing Master P. You know what I mean? Seriously, like, or
make him say,
yeah.
Maybe it's Bakersfield too, though, because obviously Tucson was Spanish, like Bakersfield Spanish, like 50-60%. And now you've got to have a Spanish set. Even, but don't you think if it's pleasing to the ear, it doesn't matter what language it's in?
I don't know. It depends. It's got to be popular.
Like Gasolina.
If you're playing records, they have to be popular already. You can't really break records at the club, I don't think.
It's in a smaller setting, a wedding, a quinceañera, definitely you cannot break a new record.
Definitely should
they'll boo you
there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we've done that before. We'll play back that thing up, Juvenile, and if it was too soon, people are like, boo, I don't know what this song is. 2 weeks later,
they're super happy about it.
It's requested over and over and over. Yeah,
Take It to the House was like that for real. Trick Daddy, Take It to the House.
Yeah.
I remember you tried to break it at the Rock, and Paco was there. He was so mad. He was like,
"What are you doing?
Don't ever break new records at the club." Like, he's like, "That's my job. You just play the hits."
Yeah.
Pac was a good program director. That's why. You know what I mean?
Really good, and because you knew, and dude, and that's the thing. I think you learned that there's a whole learning curve about, because you want to. I think when you first start, you're like, "Oh, dude, I got the new ish, whatever, white label. Nobody has it yet. I'm gonna play it." But then, when you realize, like, no, but most people, I don't want to say nobody, but most people don't care. They're just kind of like, I want to hear my jam, I want to drink my drink, and I want to party and try to hook up.
Yeah, but 3 weeks later, everybody was asking for Take It to the House from Trick Daddy. So
yeah, we were just a little bit early. Timing matters and stuff too. And just back to you guys when Mike was talking about that, when the guy got shot at the club, because there was a fight inside, there was the shooting outside. The guy fell over into the outside of the club parking lot.
Yeah. He was he got shot. You don't remember this? You probably blocked this out of your memory, like the whole setup and everything. He got shot in the face, executioner style, and he fell backwards.
He fell back. Yeah,
he fell backwards, and it was at the edge of the parking lot. Remember, it was that big gravel parking lot?
Yep.
Well, half of it belonged to the club and half of it belonged to University of Arizona.
Because and the reason that's important is because if it was in the club's parking lot, that would have been another strike against the club. And it could have potentially shut the Rock down.
I mean, that place probably had a lot of strikes.
It was on the edge, no question about it, of being shut down. But the crazy part is, that we that was whatever Friday or Saturday night, whatever night we did. But next week there was 4 people up in there.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, here's Ace.
Here comes Ace.
Yeah,
we're just back, dude.
Oh, I'm back.
Did the charger fall out? What happened?
I don't know what happened, man. I'm new at this, bro.
Oh, you're good.
It's ghetto. It only cost me $12, bro. So,
all right. So like here, so you're telling us they're dancing on the chalk, and then you were telling us but for every DJ who had to come up from the gutter like that, you were explaining like that's
Well,
how
I
you
mean,
kind of should do it.
I was
You know what I
breaking
mean?
it down with aggressive crowds, man. And
Yeah.
I think that made me the DJ that I am now because I started with such aggressive crowds and people. When I say aggressive, I mean people who actually listen to music and know their hip hop and know there's certain songs that they know are popular and other people want to hear and they're forcing it on you, and you get to the point where you're like, how do I, you know, how do I how can I please these people without them just bothering me and just on me and on me? So I got to the point where I would listen to people. I would listen and I'd be like, oh, this crowd likes that song. These people like that song. So I go home, download it, have it. So the next time I seen them and they're like, hey, I'll be like, yeah, blah. Now what? What? And I just knew how to get these aggressive crowds off me. So that's what a DJ does. That's why we're worth so much because we keep up with the times. We keep up with new music. We should always keep you in an old school mind too, because R&B and old school is so important to me and you guys. You guys know what's up with music that made you feel good, that made you party.
I think it's classic now at that point, though. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Nelly is classic. I feel like DMX is classic. Like those 90s like boom bap like party records. I feel like they're classics at this point.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, so one time me and Adelaide, so this club that we did, it was so gutter. It was always gutter. That was the one where the girl gave the dude the dome. But we would like this place. I mean, we would make this place nuclear every week, man. We would make this place, but it looked easy because we were always doing it, right?
Yeah.
So this cat shows up one night. I've told this story so many times on the show, but I love this story. This cat comes up one night, and the DJ, the where you DJs, it was on a perch. So we call it I call it the bird cage now. I don't think we called it that back then. But you walked up this perch, and there was a trap door, and you stood on this trap door so nobody could climb up there with you.
Okay.
This dude somehow got up there. I think, you know what? Now I'm looking back on it. We probably had an intern, and he was probably like, hey, this guy works for BET. And so I was like, oh, let him up, because I was probably trying to advance my career or whatever. So the guy gets up there. He's like, yeah, man, I work for BET. Let me see that microphone. And I was like, I mean, I can, but it's not as easy as it looks. He was like, come on, let me see the microphone. I'm like, okay, fine. So he starts like trying to command the crowd. The crowd is doing nothing of what he says. He's like, all right, if y'all don't scream, I'm going to cut the music off.
Right.
And he was like, all right, cut the music off. He's looking at Adelaide. Adelaide's like, dude, I can't cut the music off.
That's the worst thing I can do right now.
I can't have your back on that one, bro.
Yeah, like we don't know you, man. But that's the problem, right? Is like, if you learn how to control those gutter crowds, when you learn how to do that, you can kind of do anything. You can kind of play any crowd.
That's where I'm at right now. Everything else is downhill, man, because then you once you get past that, and then you get around people who just like music and want to party, have a good time, and then go to work tomorrow. You know, those are the kind of parties I like doing now. Even now, with me being a carpet cleaner and a cleaner and owning another business, I could pick and choose some of the things that I do. And so, hey, is it a blessing? It is, and that's from paying dues, fellas, just like yourselves, man. But like you said, you make it look easy. You guys were making it look easy back then, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
To
the outside, that was a lot of hard work to make it look easy, because what they didn't see when we were making it look easy is how many nights of empty clubs that we'd played. Like Ace, we would play empty clubs. And when I say empty clubs, there'd be like maybe 10 people. But I would rock that place, and he would rock that place
like there was 500 people.
Yeah, like it was a Taj Mahal.
Me and you guys are as one, because I'm like you. I don't care how many people's in there. I'm going to go hard, and I always have gone hard of what I do. So when people say, oh, that dude DJ Ace, maybe he was doing too much, maybe he was just had him going wild, he was going crazy, because I feel like you're as good as your last gig, straight out. Now, if you don't believe that, just rock a party one time, have it cracking, and the next night play the wrong song at a party where people know their music. You get looked at like you ain't done nothing. So it's like we got to stay on our game, and to make it look easy. You're right, man. It's hard, dude. But much love to you dudes for even saying that. I love to hear that, because this job ain't for everybody.
No,
right.
and then Go ahead, Ed.
I was gonna say when you were off the air for a second too, we were talking about watching you go live, and the one was like the middle school, and you're like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm about to turn it up, whatever." Then you flip the camera, and just the kids are like, "Woo!" just having a
Oh,
good time, and it's like,
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
And I've seen you. It was like a bunch of cowboys in there, and you
Oh,
were like, "I'm about to
yeah,
turn it out," and I don't. You were
yeah.
just playing stuff, and they're like getting down, and it was like, "All right, all right."
Streets of
So.
Bakersfield, baby. Streets of Bakersfield. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That's just showing my versatility
Show my
in
range.
in music. Like I'll go play cumbias, then I'll drop some Dwight Yoakam on you country.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
you want to go
Nice.
gangster, and then you want to break it down to some Al B. Shore. I mean,
Ooh.
it's up to you what you want, and I'm ready to deliver it. And that's how I treat my customers. I don't care what you want to hear. It's all music. So
Yeah.
what you saying that I was in there with some cowboys, huh? I was in
Yeah.
Pismo Beach at a bar called the Moose. And
The Moose.
the Moose at Pismo. It's right on the beach, man. And these people are just cool. They just, hanging out, looking at the beach site. And so they asked me to come play. And they were doing listen to this. It was a trailer trash.
Like a theme?
It was that trailer trash theme. Yeah.
That's great.
So it was like,
So did you play like Kid Rock and
I dropped it. I hit them with the AC/DC. I hit them with the Guns N' Roses. I even hit them with the and you're gonna listen to this. Kenny Rogers, the gambler. And once I hit him with that and I dropped into the streets of Bakersfield, they went crazy. And
you know what's sick is there's that Wyclef Jean remake of the Kenny Rogers Gambler. That would have been sick to drop on him.
I didn't even know about it, or I would have mixed it in. I would have.
Yeah, it's on the Eclectic album. Yeah, it's on the Eclectic. I
gotta hear it, man.
Yeah, it's
that.
pretty sick. So like, it's on the Eclectic album. And one of our friends was a program director that had just broke Shaggy. It wasn't me. So our program director was trying to find like the hidden gem in every album. And he asked me, he was like, "What do you think the hidden gem on this album was?" But I like weird music. So I was like, "Yeah, man, this remake of The Gambler sounds dope, dude."
One right here.
Dude, you got to hear it, Ace, because it's Pharoah Monch's get the up. Pharoah Monch says,
Simon Says, get the up.
It's Simon Says, it's Simon Says mixed with The Gambler. And so it's Kenny Rogers like, on a warm summer's evening, get the up. Simon Says, get the it's really sick. Yeah, it's on the Eclectic album. If you want to YouTube
it. Listen, there'll be time enough counting. Feelings done.
Bro, I don't even look at my register till the end of the night. I always tell the cats that at the shop. They're always like, "Hey, you want to see where the register is?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I'm good. I'll wait till the dealing's done, bro. Then I'll look for my money." So now, how do we start our own business? How do we get into this? Your carpet cleaning. What are we doing?
The carpet cleaning.
Okay.
So since we own carpet cleaning, yes, I'm co-owner of Agape Complete Cleaning, and we don't just do carpet. We do tile, carpet, furniture, upholstery, wooden floors. Right now, we're into doing bigger businesses like movie theaters and restaurants, and but it started out. This business started out. And this is something I don't really talk about too much.
Exclusive.
This is exclusive. This right here is exclusive. It started out. My wife lost her daughter, Alea. Rest in peace, Alea.
Sorry. Wow.
I lost my daughter, Candace Marie Hanks, 5 years ago, to breast cancer.
Condolences, man.
Yeah, man. You're looking at somebody in the face who lost a child. I'm one of them. So is my wife. But listen, this is how good God is. God put me and my wife together. She already had this business going. And what I did is I added myself to it. So I took the business, I took it serious. And we're just pushing forward, man, with it right now. So Agape Cleaning is just it's God's love, and we love what we do. So when it comes to carpet and all those things that we're doing, when you see me live, I like to do before and after because I'd rather show you than tell you. I'm gonna have to come to one of you guys' spots, and I don't care if you got Tom cleaning one of you guys' houses.
I'm on the East Coast, bro. You don't want to fly to the East Coast. You don't want to fly to the East Coast to
Pittsburgh.
clean somebody's crib, dude.
You know,
No.
look, man. But shout out to all the carpet cleaners and anybody who's
wait, Ace. How'd you come up with the idea, though? How'd the idea of a cleaning company come up?
Well, see, it was my wife. My wife was already had this cleaning company, and she had a wonderful guy named Jason, who's my right hand, my partner, and he's got 40 years experience. He's been working in the trenches, in the gutter with this for a long time without being noticed. And so when I got with him, it was like a miracle made in heaven, because he has the experience, and me, I have a work ethic that just won't stop. So it was like, let's get together and be Batman and Robin. And with your experience, Batman, I'll be the Robin, but I'm that dude that's going to be out there, and I'm going to show everybody that carpet cleaning and cleaning can not just be fun, but it can help people. So one day, right now, we got 2 trucks running out there all over the community of Bakersfield. One day I'll have 5. I'll be able to employ people, get people up in the morning, and maybe have the same work ethic that I have, and others who run small businesses out there. So yeah, man.
How long have you guys been around?
We've been around, I'd say, about 3 or 4 years now.
That's nice. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That first 6 months is rough, dude. My first 6 months. Oh my gosh.
It is. You gotta gain people's trust. Like you said, what is it like to open up a business? You gotta gain people's trust, and you can't cut corners. You have to, even at any job you do, you got to be the type of person where you're detailed, you're emotionally involved in it. You know, you really want to do this, because the worst thing to do is to have a job that you hate to wake up and go do.
Yeah.
I'm blessed not to have that, because I love to clean, I love to make people dance, and I love to cook. So if one fails, I'm just gonna go to the other one, and hopefully
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, Ace. We always end the show by doing some news stories. Adelaide's going to tell us about some celebrities. I'm going to make fun of them. You're more than welcome to join me making fun of them, because we ain't got professional jobs. We work for ourselves, so we can do whatever we want. Real quick, though, Ace, I want to say this about this, and then we'll get to the news stories. I'll say this: when you do get staff, it's very rewarding. It's heartbreaking, and it's rewarding. So I got 3 young men work for me right now, very hardworking young men from that generation of lazies. But these 3 guys, they got it right. They take care of their wives. They take care of their kids. We have Bible study every Tuesday. Nice, hardworking young men. But you become a father figure to them. And then now you realize, oh, man, my family just got a lot bigger, because, you know, this little girl got to eat. Like, and you're like the pap. You know, you're the grandfather now. It's like, okay, this little girl got to eat over here. And that's not even my kid, but I know what she wants for Christmas. So I got to make sure daddy has enough, you know, to keep. Like, stuff like that happens, but it's very rewarding. I will tell you that. So.
Oh, it is. It is.
But, all right, let's get to these news stories, Adelaide. What's the news, baby? What do you got?
All right. So let's see. Let's get into it. I think I'm just gonna pick myself. But the first one, Suge Knight, the wrongful death case over the 2015 killing of Terry Carter. It ends in a mistrial.
What?
So now, was this the one where he ran over the guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's been incarcerated. Suge Knight's been incarcerated since 2015. This was, for killing Terry Carter. This was on the set of Straight Outta Compton. But that didn't mean he was immune from additional consequences, because shortly after his arrest, the victim's family filed a civil suit against the former Death Row Records CEO. Now, 7 years later, a judge has reportedly made a decision. He declared a mistrial earlier this week because the jurors were deadlocked 7-5 in favor of finding Knight liable. Now, it looks like you need nine votes for it to go through, and they just couldn't get it. They were stuck at 7. So we all saw that. You know what I'm saying? We saw that was floating around, social media.
He
crazy.
Drove over the guy and then drove and backed up over the guy.
Yes.
It seems pretty open and shut to me. I mean, I'm not,
If you're on the jury and you're saying, nope, he's not liable. Nope, it's not his fault.
Right.
Yes, I've seen there's probably something somewhere that's saying you better stick to your no vote. I don't know.
You
I'm
think they're getting
speculating.
intimidated?
I don't know. I'm speculating.
Like,
But I'm
like they
saying-
were suckers, right? Like they never heard of Suge before. You know, they're like, yeah, I never heard of this fella before. What's he? Ex-NFL player? Yeah, I'll get on the jury. And as they were on the jury, they little by little start figuring out who he was. They're like, oh man, this dude is gangbang affiliated currently. Like, this is not a good idea. You know what I mean? Do you think that's what happened? And they're like, nah, man, I'm just gonna bow out of this one. You know what I mean?
In fact, I don't even remember why I'm here. I don't even remember why I'm here. Yeah.
Try to step on the brake and hit the gas. Baby George said, "Oh, well, you know, things happen, stuff." But I remember the video, and I felt like even seeing it on social media. I'm like, why is this all over social media? Because this guy's
it's pretty violent.
It's brutal. It's a brutal video. There's no warning, no nothing. You're like, just pops up on my feed. I'm like, what the heck? And then I felt like I talked to people like, did you see that? And they're like, yeah, dude. And the guy died and stuff. Because there's 7 people. You know, there's a jury of 12. There's 7 people that are sticking to it too. Like, yeah, he's liable. Yeah. He's, you know, he's so I don't know. So, but it's not.
But how paranoid would you be if you were on that jury? Like, could you imagine how paranoid you'd be? Like, you'd be going home. Like, if you didn't already own a firearm, you probably would buy a firearm. That's first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just imagine crossing the street with cars going by.
Yeah,
you got ran over. Like every car that's backing up, you're like, oh, geez, watch out, man.
Dude. And then like if your kid told you something happened at school, you'd be like, is she getting at my kid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what, you'd be. I would never not be paranoid. Like, forget that. I'd be like, man, I can't do this.
I don't see it's got to be people that don't know that dude at all. That's the ones they picked. Because if you knew about him, you would already know. You'd make an excuse. It's going to jury duty. You just don't.
Yeah, 100%. I would be like, I'd start making up like fake religion or something. I don't know. Yeah. I'm an alien. I don't know what I do, but some sort of I'm crazy.
I think get me out of here. Everyone is innocent. I think they are.
Yeah.
I'd go into court rocking a Death Row Records. I'd go and rocking a Death Row Records t-shirt. Just be like, what's up? Yeah. No. There's no way I'd want to be on that jury. Absolutely not. And the crazy part is Knight pleaded no contest to voluntary manslaughter back in 2015. I'm like, what does no contest mean?
It means that you're guilty, but you don't want to say it.
Okay, you're like,
that's pretty much it. They say that, right? They go guilty, not guilty, or no contest. It's like, well, there's not really a third option, but if you say the third option, what you're really saying is, I'm guilty, but I don't want to admit it.
I'm not going to admit it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put up a fight if you say I did it.
I can't believe he's getting off though, man. But at the same time, I can't believe he was in jail for 7. Like, if he did it, if he's not guilty, that's messed up. They kept him for 7 years in jail. That would suck.
So you're saying that he's getting out?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
If it's a mistrial, he's going to get out.
He's done. He's gone.
It doesn't go to another level or nothing. That's it.
Is he going to go back for death row?
I don't know. That's a good question, huh? That's a great question.
Is Snoop Dogg reading the news?
You know what I mean?
Has Snoop Dogg seen the story?
Yeah. You know, but
how stacked up do you think Snoop Dogg's posse is, though? Do you think like Snoop Dogg just like has an army of gangsters that we don't really know about because he looks so square? You know what I mean? Like,
I guarantee you can't touch that dude. You're going to have to talk to 10 people before he even hears what you got to say.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah,
but I'm proud of Snoop Dogg, man. I'm kind of glad Snoop's in the position he's in.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. I agree.
He's going to be able to help some people who normally wouldn't be helped. His music has always been. He's pioneer at this. He's been through so much. It ain't even funny. I give Snoop Dogg his props. He should always get his flowers. When he's gone, I don't know who's going to ever take that place. Sorry. You know,
it doesn't seem like these young guys are going to be taking anybody's place. Like it seems like these young guys are just placeholders. It's like, hey man, can you guys get out of the way? Because we're looking for the new Nas, and clearly none of you are him.
Yeah.
Well, that's like looking for the new McDonald's French fries. Nope. There's only one. It's only going to be those fries. Sorry.
Best fries ever.
They better make some sort of new music that I've never heard of, because if I can't hear good stuff again, although I like when I like when Meth put out that album a couple months ago. You know, like I like when Five put out that album a couple months ago, even though he's gone. Like I wasn't as big a fan of the Black Star album as Adley was, but he liked that a lot.
Yeah, but people were saying it was okay. People were saying
Shout
it was
out to
okay.
Fife, dog. Though. Shout out to Fife.
That Fife
Yeah.
album is
Yo,
fire,
dope.
dude.
I
I
like
love
that.
listening to that album.
Yeah, you know.
But anyways, yeah. So what were we talking about, Adley? I keep forgetting what
Well, so
story we're on.
Suge Knight mistrial,
Oh,
he's getting
Suge
out.
Knight, that's right.
Here's something to add too, though. Now, the lawyer for the family of the deceased says that Suge should still pay $81 million for a wrongful death. $81 million. One, I don't think he has that kind of money
if
right
he has
now.
that kind of money anymore. Yeah.
But two, can you still go to a civil suit where it's just straight up about the money?
Well, if he goes to a civil suit where it's about straight about the money, they can do that because that's what happened with OJ. But if he decides not to pay the debt, who's going to collect? Because I'm not even gonna be on the jury, dude. I'm much less me collecting.
What are you gonna do? Knock on the door? Hey, Suge, sorry to bother you, but
Yeah.
I'm not doing
$81
that.
million.
Idiot wants that job.
Oh, how much?
Who's getting that job? That's definitely got to be via satellite, dude.
It's right behind the
No
bumper
way.
of my car. Go grab it. Right
That's-
behind the bumper.
That's for like one of those dumb fools that thinks he's hard, you know. He's like, I'll show you. It's always like that movie. You see that dude, he's like all strapped up and he's been shooting.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll show you. And then he gets killed 5 seconds into the movie, you know, it's just like, yeah. That's
Like,
who's gonna go
man.
try to collect on that, dude. I'm not collecting on that man's money.
No way.
Oh,
No
dude,
way.
too funny. But yeah. So
Wow.
good luck with that. $81 million. Ooh,
Well,
yeah,
I guess what we've
collecting
learned
it
from this
is tough.
story is Suge Knight scares the crap out of all of us, folks. if you didn't already understand that about us, you misunderstood us from the start. Just because we can entertain thugs doesn't mean we want to pester
For
thugs.
real.
All right, what do we got next, Adley?
When's the barbecue for Suge Knight getting out too, by the way?
The barbecue.
I ain't throwing it, Ace, if I'm you. You're sick that day, bro. Whatever day it is, you got corona, bro.
All right. So moving on to the next story. And actually, Mike and I talked about this a few weeks back, and we know Nancy Pelosi, her husband, was charged with a DUI.
Oh, man.
Now, this
guy
is
again?
crazy. If he's convicted, he'll do jail time.
No way.
Yeah. He's going to face criminal charges, possibly jail time for his recent DUI arrest. The arresting officer noted Pelosi handed him a special card showing he supports cops. So when he's getting pulled over, he's got the 2 misdemeanors: driving under the influence of alcohol causing injury, and he was driving with over 0.08 blood alcohol level. So he was 0.08 too, so just
high?
over.
Oh, he was
the
just
legal
above the limit?
Yeah. So now he was involved in this car accident. It was out in Napa, California. The police say Paul was behind the wheel of the Porsche and it was struck by a Jeep in a 2-vehicle crash. The CHP officers who responded said Pelosi had objective signs of and symptoms of alcohol intoxication, watery eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of alcohol. They also say he showed signs of impairment after field sobriety testing. And they also note that Pelosi handed officers his $11.99 foundation card when they asked him for his ID. The foundation provides financial assistance and scholarships to CHP officers and their families. So he's trying to
say, I own you? You think that's what he's trying to say?
That was a get out of jail free card right there.
And they're like, nah, we don't recognize this, man. This is Monopoly one.
No.
We're not playing Monopoly tonight. We're Trump supporters. That's right. I guarantee those dudes are Trump supporters, bro. They're like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
You're married to Nancy Pelosi, and you're giving me this law enforcement. You support law enforcement, but weren't you talking about defund the police a year ago?
Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What was he thinking? He was doing a smooth move, like, oh yeah, I'm out of this ticket, no problem. Here's my ID.
I definitely think he thought that. What do you think, Ace? Do you think he thought that?
I think so. I do.
Yeah, because why are you going to show him that? There's no reason to be like, hey, guys, I like the cops. You know what I mean? Right. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, hey, I hope your daughter never gets leukemia because remember who pays for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That right there. Yeah.
Now, if he attached a $20 bill to it, things might have been different.
Tijuana, where DJ Ace was DJ.
DJ Ace Rockin' Revolution.
Hey, man. Hey.
It works down there.
It's a different life over there. It truly
It
is.
works.
Yeah,
Mexico's beautiful, man. Mexico's beautiful.
You make sure you take that 20 for the cops down there. But in wherever this guy is, wherever this politician is, no, man. He ain't paying off no cops. Martha's Vineyard, $20. That's not even gonna get him a freaking pizza.
You get out of the
over
car.
there.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. You gotta
And if you guys are ever in Mexico and do get pulled over, that you're supposed to say, I'd like to pay my fine here in cash.
Yep.
That's what you're supposed to say. Right?
You better do that.
Yeah.
That's
Can I pay here? In
Yeah.
cash? Yeah. So
You need a pocket with the money to pay them, and you need a pocket to
for your party money, that's separate and hidden.
Yeah. Your pocket that doesn't pay them needs to be not where they can see it too, folks. So if that's your shoe,
you don't want to play with the policia.
Exactly. If you got a money belt, that's real dope too. I never had one of those, but I promise you this: if I was heading down to Mexico these days, I would have one of those. I'd have one of those, like one of those goes under your shirt too. Like,
nice. Don't open your wallet with all of your party money in front of anybody down there, really. Anybody, anywhere. Shoot.
All right, hold on a sec. Let's get back to this crooked politician here. Have we gotten to a place in the United States where politicians are so crooked that when they're essentially telling the cops, hey, I own you, and that's exactly what this story is, that we don't even do anything, we don't even think about it? Is that how far we've gone?
Yeah, and are we gonna just let this slide if he gets off, or are we like, man, he needs to do jail time? He can't get away with this.
I don't think he's doing jail. Ace, you think he's doing jail time?
No, I don't.
And this is okay. It's not a huge penalty. I'm looking. The penalty includes up to 5 years probation, a minimum of 5 days in jail, and the installation of an ignition interlock device. Which
he may get the 5 days. I mean,
think he'll get the minimum 5 days.
Okay, if he gets the 5 days, do you think he's going to like the people throw up in their jail and the you know what I mean? He's gonna learn how to play spades jail, and he's like, he better have something on his commissary jail, or is there a kind of jail that I've never heard of that like is probably better than where I vacation? What do you guys think?
Oh yeah,
kind of fancy.
You could fish and kick back. And I don't know. Did Martha Stewart go to a jail like that? I mean, did she?
I feel like she did, right?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know. I was just kind of thinking when you said that. I was thinking of Martha Stewart. Like, is it just a nice place that you go to, just and you can't leave? And
I feel like they have tennis courts on there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think there's a Starbucks on ground. I think
that's kind of whack, man. How come they get to go to fun jail and we got to go to lame jail? We got to go to I don't want to go there jail. If I got to go to fun jail, I've tried to do crooked stuff all the time. Like, all right, catch me. Go ahead.
Here's the last thing I want to add to the story. There were rumors the California governor stepped in to help him. Something that was shot down by a spokesperson for Napa County. Governor Newsom has not contacted the DA's office nor intervened to have all DUI charges against Paul Pelosi dropped.
I don't believe any of those words. I don't believe one
of those words. Governor Newsom made a call?
Yeah.
Come on, Newsom let my uncle go.
Newsom probably like, hey, bro, I got naked pictures of your wife. Don't forget about that, all right? Now let's not have to get down that way. Or you can help out my homegirl Pelosi. And then the cop was like, I divorced her 2 wives ago, dude. I don't care anymore. Doesn't bother me. I'm putting this guy in jail.
Yeah. And it just seems so tacky to whipping out the card. Yeah, I donate or whatever it is. It's like, yeah, come on, bro. Yeah,
I don't want to go too far on this poor guy. God bless him.
Who on this podcast has been pulled over by the cops?
I have. Who hasn't?
Oh, man.
Did you were you nervous? Did you comply?
Yeah, I hate it. You know what I hate even worse though? If you get pulled over because your tags aren't right, and it's like, I know it's my fault. There's no reason. Like, I can't even talk my way out of this.
Anything, yeah.
That's the worst. I hate that. I don't mind getting pulled over for like, hey man, did you see that stop sign? It's like, okay, maybe my daughter will be cute enough for this guy to like let me. Yeah, my daughter's got to go pee or whatever. If I can get out of this somehow, this is okay. But when they get you because your tags aren't right, it's like, I know you're going to give me a ticket, dude. No matter how nice I am to you right now.
Oh yeah, you're getting the ticket.
Yeah.
You're getting the ticket. That's guaranteed. So yeah.
Jeez.
You know what? I've been DJs DJ late night, and I've been out 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And one time I got this cop pulled me over, and I just pulled over to somebody's house and got out the car and turned the car off and acted like I was going home. and I was on the front door, dude, like I was going in, and then he just turned around and left. And the people who were living there came out and like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "No, nothing." I'm, but that cop really, hey, all I know I was safe because he was gonna follow me all the way.
I can't stand that too. It's like a magnet. You know what I mean? You start speeding up just a little bit, you slow down a little bit. You can't shake them.
The DJ, yeah, the DJ. That's true. Yeah, and the crazy part about it is when you roll up and your homie's DJing and he sees you. What's up, homie?
Yeah.
Let's do shots. And you're like,
yeah,
okay.
Gotta watch that alcohol, man. Gotta be
DJ
safe
Swift. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't need an extra reason to get pulled over, and you don't need an extra reason for that cop to not be the guy for you. One time I got pulled over, and you should never do this, but I was drinking and driving. But no one should do this, and it was wrong. I was riding a scooter. This when I was living in Tucson, Adlai.
Where'd you keep the beer?
Where'd I keep the beer?
Like
I wasn't driving and drinking. Like I was already drinking.
Okay.
And I was going to another party.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was hammered.
I don't know. You picture him just
between his legs, taking a sip.
He knows the scooter I'm talking about.
I know the scooter.
But anyways, so I get pulled over, cop pulls me over, and he's like, doing the thing, like follow my light. And I know I'm not doing it right. I know my eyes were like, oh, it's over there. Like I know I'm done, right? And a couple of my friends pull up in a pickup truck and he goes, hey, you just might be a little bit off. So why don't you go ahead and throw your little scooter up in the back of that pickup truck and let your buddies take you with them and you'll be all right. And I was like, yeah, thank you so much. And in my mind, I was like, that would have destroyed me. A DUI would have destroyed me. Like my whole life.
Yeah.
Like I would have been behind the 8 ball for years.
Big time.
Cop was an Asian guy, Adlai. You think it had anything to do with it?
Maybe.
You think?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, but maybe.
I thought it. I thought it.
It could have been, but maybe he was just feeling sorry. I think officers know that the decision that they're going to make for you is going to ruin your life. They are.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
It was probably because he was Asian and he had love for you. Both.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
Oh man,
cool, man, you got out of that.
I look back on that night and I know that was the Lord before I knew him looking out for me. You know what I mean? The Lord before I knew him looking out for me, make sure I was safe.
That's right.
All right, do we have anything left, Adlai? Are we done?
Okay, I'm gonna ask DJ Ace. Here's our two stories. We got one OnlyFans or one flatulence in a jar.
Oh, both sound interesting.
Wait, give me that again.
We got an OnlyFans story, or we got a flatulence in a jar.
Farts in a jar.
Yeah, you want to go with the OnlyFans?
Because
I'm leaning toward farts in a jar, personally.
Farts in a jar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two of them.
All right, let's bust out. We'll do the farts in the jar first. Now, okay, Stephanie Motto, we know her from 90 Day Fiance. She ended up hospitalized after eating too many beans to sell farts. Now, Stephanie, she was selling her jarred flatulence for $1,000 a piece and made over 200 grand in a 2-month period while subsisting on a diet of yogurt, eggs, and beans, and ended up in the hospital when she thought she was having a heart attack. Now, she's Stephanie Motto. She's an influencer, YouTuber, author. She was on 90 Day Fiance, but she launched this new business venture after realizing demand was high for a rather unorthodox product. So she's doing it part-time, bottling and selling her own farts, and then things took a bad turn. She was doing it, farting into glass jars with flower petals, adorning the inside, shipping them to fans, and making 50 grand a week. A week.
DJ Ace, this is the second girl that's done this, though.
Oh my
That's
God.
the thing. This is the second fart in a jar girl.
bro, I'm in the wrong business, bro.
I can't figure this out. Like,
Oh,
so the
God.
first fart in the jar girl, she quit before she got sick, and she decided that she was gonna do NFT farts. That's how she was gonna go with like her thing. Which, I mean, who's gonna buy an NFT fart? Like, it doesn't matter. So this girl who already had a name for herself picked up the
Yeah.
lantern or the mantle or however you'd call it, the fart jar.
Torch.
Yeah. And like, dude, how like, but is it smart or is it desperate or is it show a sign of how weird we are as a country?
Oh my God.
What do you guys think?
First of all, who's opening those jars and smelling it? Like, are they hold on? Are they opening the jar slowly and smelling it? Or are they opening a jar and putting a lighter to it to see if it just goes woof? You know what I mean?
I mean, it depends if you're balling like that, Ace. You know what I mean? That's like asking.
$1,000.
That's $2,000. That's $1,000 for both farts, right? Wow,
Yeah, it's $1,000.
Well, you got to figure if you like my wife every once in a while will get me that Don Julio 1800 or whatever it is, or 1849 or whatever it is, the real expensive Don Julio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not balling like that, bro. So I'm making margaritas out of it. You know, I'm pouring myself a nice shot, and I'll sip it and kind of enjoy myself because it's an expensive bottle. All right, now. If you're a baller, you probably just drink that like people drink Bud Light, just pour it. That's probably what you drink with your dinner, right?
Yeah.
So now let's do the fart in the jar conversion of that. If you're, just like a true fart in the jar aficionado, you might be saving that vintage for several years, believing it might go up in value. You know what I mean? It's like a good wine, man. Like, hey, look, this was a 2014 fart before the yeast infection. So there's a little scent of hickory in there.
Right. Right.
You see where I'm going? Like,
I totally do. There may even be bacon in it too.
Yeah.
If you got hickory and bacon in that, like, yo, I mean, I don't even know where we're at on this. This is crazy.
If you got like Jake Paul money though, you're gonna have a fart party. You're gonna buy a jar for all the homies, and you're gonna open the fart jars all at the same time to see if the fart meshed together makes a different fart smell.
Right. Whoa. So you're almost like, oh my God. So it's almost like inbreeding farts, like inbreeding it together.
But this is what I'm
mixing
saying.
them up.
Is this girl like, is she clever or is it weird as a society? Like, I can't figure out what's going on here because I kind of respect the hustle.
She's clever.
But at the same time,
she's clever because just like the Field of Dreams, you build it and they will come. And she built something that they came to purchase, and you gotta salute her. That's another business move that nobody knew, definitely.
Yeah. Hey, Celeste Tank says, "What's up? I see you, DJ Ace."
That's my daughter on there. Yeah, you tell her I said, "What's up, baby?" That's my daughter. Yeah,
she came at the worst time. We're talking about farts in a jar.
What if this becomes a trend? What if this becomes a trend and like Beyonce selling her farts?
Oh, you know what? They'll probably be expensive.
And that's what I was about to ask. I was about to ask, how much do you think?
No, it'll probably shoot up to like 50 racks.
You think so? What's your guess, Adley? 50K is what Ace is saying. What do you say?
You know what? With Dogecoin out, with all the crypto taking a dump, maybe it's time we go farts in a jar.
That's the new way to store wealth.
It's the new. Yeah, it's
well,
what do you do? You bought a jar of this fart for $1,000. You're wearing your silk robe. Maybe you got a pipe. You know what I'm saying? And it's on your fireplace mantle, and your friends come over, and you just look at it like, yep, paid $1,000 for that jar of fart right there. And your buddy's like, open it. Nope. Waiting for a special occasion. It's not today. Man, I wonder what that smells like.
And then we go to Ace's crib, dude, and he's like, you remember we were at Adelaide's booty ass crib the other week, and we were looking at the girl from the reality show's fart in a jar? Too bad he doesn't have Beyonce's fart in the jar. He puts up, and like we're like, oh, and like it shines like from heaven. We're like, oh my gosh!
Yeah. I bought this for $10,000. It's worth 60 now.
Think how jealous people would get. People be trying to stack on top, like, oh,
hey,
dude, you'd have to insure it.
This would be crazy if that happened, and someone actually broke in someone's house and stole the fart jar. It was like out there, and then they put an APB. It was all on the news,
Oh my god.
$60,000 fart jar missing. There's a reward for it.
$10,000 to bring back Jay-Z's fart, and then they catch the dude, right? And he's in the corner, man. And they're like, "Yo, man, we caught him." But he had the jar open, right? And he was deep breathing it right when the cops came in. He's like, "Forget it." He's deep breathing it, like Vicks Vapor Rub breathing it, right?
Hey, y'all crazy, man. You guys are crazy.
Hold on, wait, Ace, because here's how the story ends. It was a decoy fart jar. They keep the real Jay-Z fart jar in a safe. That was a decoy fart jar. That only was like
a fake. It's a fake fart.
Well, it was Tekashi 6ix9ine's fart. You only got Tekashi's. You only got Tekashi's fart. You thought you got Jay's fart, but no. That's still in the state.
I've got 2 comments for this too. One, every fart from somebody famous in a jar has to come with a letter of authentication, so we know it's real. In this jar is a Beyonce fart, certified, notarized, all that stuff. So you have to have it, right? I mean, you have to have proof. Second of all, if you do open that jar and the fart escapes, how do you get another one?
Like another fart jar, or are you trying to like catch the fart? Like catch the fart?
It's gone, man, forever. Until Beyonce eats at Taco Bell again.
Yeah, except for the ghetto people, right? Like, the ghetto people that refill their Purina water bottle or whatever when they're walking around, it's just a regular water bottle they bought at the gas station, they fill it back up. They fart back in the jar and then close it back up and put it back up on the thing. And then everybody's like, that's Beyonce's fart. It's like, look, bro, I already smelled Beyonce's fart, but it's still a fart jar, dude. I don't want to waste it. So I put my fart in there.
Do you pass it on to your kids in your will? Son, when I go, I'm going to leave this for you. Beyonce's fart. Who's Beyonce? She was famous back in the early 2000s. It's a fart? Yes. And I'm leaving it to you, son. My prized possession. I want you to have this. What are you I don't want it. You're going to need to put it on your fireplace.
He'll sell it right away. He'll get rid of that right away.
Be on eBay.
For it. I ain't going to hold no fart. I ain't going to be holding farts, bro. I get the money right away.
You're flipping that fart. That fart triple.
Yeah. Swift said Beyonce's called Bootylicious.
All right, now do you guys think that these are just a bunch of degenerates buying these fart jars that are like into farting, or do you think that anybody's buying it as a collectible piece that they believe will be worth more money later? What do you think?
You're off either way.
Are these jars tight to where it won't leak out over time?
Like, they better be for $1,000.
Well, I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? Air and water escapes from everything.
Dude, it's like when you open up a Starbucks Frappuccino, it's got to make that pop when you open it. It's got to be all pop. It's got to be airtight.
The weirdest story I've ever heard in my life, dude. Because here's the thing. It's one thing like OnlyFans. The thing with the OnlyFans is it's like, okay, like you want to see this girl naked and you're going to pay her money. To me, that is the dumbest thing ever because you can literally see miles of pornography for free. But this fart in a jar thing, it's like, bro, if that's what you're into, just go to Walmart in the afternoon, dude, after everybody's been eating. Just hang out in the bathroom.
Go sniff some toilet seats at the rest stop, man.
Yeah.
You smell them fresh.
Yeah, if that's what you're into, like we're going into a very bad recession. Gas prices are through the roof, and you're spending $1,000 on farts. Like, what is wrong with you, man? We don't got that kind of money in this society at this point.
We need some more stimulus checks.
Priorities straight, man. They got to get the priorities straight. Come on, bro.
I'll take my stimulus check as a fart in a jar, please.
Now, hold on. Now, does anybody think that the fart in the jar will go up in value?
Well, think about this. If it's Beyonce, and God forbid Beyonce passes away, and you can't get another one, maybe.
Do you think Beyonce would ever demean herself to the point where she'd be farting in a jar? Like, what happened to Beyonce? Did Jay-Z do like an OJ thing or something? Like, what happened here that Beyonce has to sell farts in a jar now?
I don't know, but
I don't think she's gonna have to ever.
No,
ever.
But if she
No.
did, they'd be expensive. I promise you that.
Whose fart in a jar would be worth more? Taylor Swift or Beyonce?
Oh man,
Uh,
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Yeah.
I'm thinking Beyonce, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Beyonce's
okay.
fart maker is a lot nicer than Taylor's fart maker. So, like, if you're paying for the fart, and obviously, if the fart has to come from a better chariot of some form, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how you
Cardi
stick
B.
game.
Cardi B. Fart in a jar. Cardi B seems like she might actually do that though. Half jokingly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can see her doing something like that silly. Just like,
What about Lizzo's fart in the jar?
Oh no, no.
Ain't a jar that can hold one of hers, man.
Oh,
Oh, bro,
no.
I bet you that'd be the most robust out of all these people we're talking about. I bet you that would have the most robust scent.
It'd be like,
out of
man,
all of
didn't you open that Lizzo fart in a jar like 2 weeks ago, man? I can still it's still coming out the jar.
Dude, that's what you do to your worst
I don't even
enemy,
wanna
bro.
start laughing on here, dude. No, man. No, dude.
That's what you get. That's what you get for your enemy, bro. You buy the Lizzo fart jar, you throw it at his crib, dude. When he opens the door, you just take the lid and throw it as fast as you can, like a grenade. It lands in the middle of his crib. It's like, good luck with that, son.
That's
DJ
crazy,
Ace gonna be
man.
at your crib for a while cleaning your carpet. And then you leave DJ Ace's card.
Ace is all, man, I cleaned this 3 times, bro. There's nothing else I can do.
Hey, by the way, hey, even with that said, I don't care how much they dirty it. Yeah, keep dirtying it up. Let the farts linger and let me go in. I'll go in there and clean. Don't worry.
You pay it
We'll go
every
in there.
time.
All
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the Chino Brothers. Don't
Hey,
forget.
Mike, real quick
Oh.
before you hit end.
Yeah.
Hey, can we
I
get
say-
DJ
can I
Ace
say
on
one more
a
thing?
drop?
Yeah.
Can
We
I
can say
say
all
one
kinds
more
of things.
thing?
Wait, real quick. Do we want to do shout outs real quick? Then
Yeah.
Ace says one more thing, and then we get Ace to do a drop. Does that sound fair,
Yeah.
Adley?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
let's do shout outs first. 'cause we
Perfect.
don't
We'll
wanna
try to
leave
hit
anybody
everybody
out.
that came through tonight. Let's try to hit everybody. If we
Yeah.
missed you, sorry. But Rick the Rebel, what's up?
Yeah.
Danny
Big Rick.
P, gotta say what's up to Danny P.
Yeah.
Love you, Danny. Love you, bro.
Manuel G came through.
Dude, look at Manuel.
He's probably
G,
back
picture.
to work.
I love
though.
that
Probably
picture.
back to work.
Yeah.
But Oscar coming through. Thank you.
Proud Entertainment.
Michael coming through. Yeah, thank you, man. Nick, yeah, DJ N. Nick Hill. What's
Sorry
up?
about
Thank
sorry
you.
about talking about the government. Sorry about those disrespectful comments about the government.
Oh, DJ Swift and Nick
Word.
did say, "I'm not the government."
Oh, word.
That's what the government says. I don't know. Big Al's barbecue. Alex Mendoza. What's up?
I gotta eat there.
Got to, man. Got to. Baby George checking in earlier.
Word
Thank
up.
you. Facebook user. I'm thinking this is DJ Redeemed. I'm thinking because he's Facebook jail. So
Oh yeah.
Stoudemire.
I think I got everybody. Let's see.
Redeem's gotta stop talking all that political stuff. I'm telling you.
DJ Drask, thanks for coming through. Shout out to my boy DJ Ace. Yeah, Timothy Miller. What up, Tim? He's the homie. And I'm trying to think if we missed.
Well, if
Marky
anybody else
Green.
wants
Marky
to
Green.
shout out, you guys still got a couple seconds left to put your comment in real quick.
Yeah.
All right,
All
what was
right.
that one
I
last
think
thing
that's
you
it.
were gonna tell us, Ace? Thanks, Ramon. Swear.
I just want to give a shout out real quick to some DJs. While I'm on here, hey, let me get my glasses back on because I just want to represent some of the cats, and I don't want to forget nobody, and maybe I will. But this first shout out is going out to DJ Nick Hill, DJ Sparkle, DJ Fresh Cuts, Alex G, Wifey and Redeem, Fina, Noe G, KG, Kev King, DJ Edit, Spoon, Nocturnal, DJ Manuel G. You know what I mean? My homie DJ Donkey from back in the day. You two of my good friends, the Baker Boys, the Baker Boys' mom who had the shop for selling me vinyl back then, and everybody who I missed. I love you guys because you know what? Us DJs need to stick together. I just want to say God bless everybody. Thank you for having me on the show. That's it.
Right on, man.
Dope,
Thanks, DJ
dope.
Ace. Now let's get a drop. Go for it, Adley.
What? Hey, so Ace, just say something like this. Hey, what's up? It's DJ Ace, and you watching the Chino Brothers. Don't go nowhere, something like that. Okay, but wait, I'm gonna put you on full shot here. Okay, so all you.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is DJ Ace in the house, and you watching the Chino Brothers. Hey, don't miss their shows. These boys are all that. It's all good. God bless y'all. Peace.
Dope, dude.
Nice.
Dope. So, and yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in too every Thursday.
And
Yes.
and don't forget, guys, every Thursday we got the live podcast and we got the entertainment every single day on the midday getaway on YouTube. We're at 7,001. So if you want to subscribe, that will help us as well.
Yeah, please.
All right. Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram and check us out on Twitter. But we don't tweet or Instagram a lot. DJ Ace, where you at? Tell us where to find you.
Man, you can find me at in Bakersfield, LA, or wherever. You can find me at 661-304-8592. DJ Ace Hanks on Facebook, Ace Hanks on Instagram. Just Ace Hanks. Hit your boy up, man. Hey, I'm ready to work with anybody. You know what I mean?
You got
Peace
it,
out.
man. And
Nice.
then the Agape is the name of the cleaning. If you guys need your
Yes.
your floors done, you need your carpets done.
Oh, dope.
Big shout out to the grinders out there. DJ Ace, you qualify. I promise you that. Big
Yeah.
shout out to the grinders in the 661.
I appreciate y'all, man.
All
I
right,
appreciate
guys.
y'all.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you later.
Thank you,
Ace,
Ace.
hang out, Ace, in the green room. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for stopping
Okay.
by. See you
Yes,
next
sir.
week.